back with more Canadian Esports Nationals. We're here in Windsor at the southernmost capital of gaming in Canada. I feel confident in saying that declaratively. I don't think there's a more southern place in Ontario that is also gaming-centric as Windsor is. But of course, I am Daniil, also known as Benjamin McGee, joined by the one and only
Theo, known as the Holy Juan, and it's an exciting day today. We get to see our VALORANT GC team compete yet again. They've been very good for this entire season, looking to keep their winning ways in the Esports Nationals.
Absolutely, they're completely undefeated in their Aurora series, 5-0 in their record, I believe, and actually their opponents tonight, Conestoga College Condors, Game Changers, of course. They actually played against them fairly recently and had a lot of success. So going into this match, I'm sure the Saints are feeling fairly confident, and they are looking to pave a path forward into the playoffs for the Canadian Esports Championships as well. Again, in the previous matchup, the pleasure of bringing you guys, it was a 2-0 for them over University of Saskatchewan, and as you can see here today, they will be playing off against Conestoga College. Winner of this will advance to the playoffs. Loser of this will have to face off against University of Saskatchewan on Friday. So, with all that being said, Theo, I'm fairly confident, like I said, that our team is going to do fantastic. One thing that I think they did really well in the series that I got to watch on Monday was their pushes onto points were completely just insurmountable. There's not a lot I felt like University of Saskatchewan were able to do when it came to the pushes. They always had their util on point. Everyone was coordinated. Everything went as executed and as planned. Their gunfights were excellent. In fact, we ended that series with 2 aces in a row, round to round. So I think our GC team, they're looking to make a strong statement today.
Yeah, I mean, I casted a good amount of their regular season games, and I saw how good they were. They were winning with relative ease against very good competition. So definitely they are a very strong team. As you said, their attacking game is really good. They tend to get on points really quickly. They use their utility perfectly, and they know they'll have a person advantage if they can go quickly 5 against however many defenders there are, usually less than like 3, 2, or 1. That's usually the amount of defenders they'll be around the site. So, and they just take their one-on-ones really well. They take space well. They look to get the spike down quickly and really put the pressure on the opponents.
For sure. I think one of the big parts of the same strategy and what allows them to do it so confidently when it comes to making those attacking plays is they are not afraid to just send Oppie in to do as much damage as they can, and damned if you die, damned if you don't. You're going to be losing players on the enemy team regardless. Not afraid, again, to just throw out those clouds on the jet, dash in, and get into the site and cause some chaos. And that's plenty of time and attention drawn away from the rest of your team as they're able to come in and pick off anyone who you weren't able to before you either went down or get yourself nested into a corner causing problems for anyone trying to defend. And then by the time the retake's coming through, you probably down 3 players, and it's just really hard to contest.
Yeah, absolutely. Oppie's kind of the duelist of the team, makes the plays, and the rest of the team do a great job of supporting Oppie. So it's definitely going to be important for our Saints to start on the strong foot today. They've been relatively good with their pistol rounds, not something they've picked up from our varsity team. So they love winning their pistols and really starting the snowball early. And they've been able to do so throughout the season. So I think if they can start off hot on map 1, win the first pistol round, and get things going, I think they'll be in for a great match today.
Yeah, for sure. I don't want to say if they win pistols, they'll win the series. But if they win pistols, I think that will be kind of the indicator that we need to tell that everything is going as normal. And, of course, the eco rounds that follow, all the full buys, everything that comes through that you see in a regular old game of VALORANT. There's still a lot of twists and turns that a series can take, and as we're going against Conestoga Condors, a college of repute themselves, it's always a shock to see them in your bracket, in your league. It's not a team that you always want to be playing against if there's stakes on the line, because they are very well known for their prowess and their competitive ability. Their GC team, no exception, and I'm sure that regardless of how this series goes, all players in this match are going to be giving it 100% and are going to push each other.
Yeah, and Conestoga is a very strong organization, so I definitely expect their GC team to be to par with the rest of their teams. And, our Saints have been getting the better of absolutely everyone they've played this season. Conestoga could maybe be the first challenge that they see. They've yet to drop a map. Maybe if Conestoga shows up, they'll be up to the task. But the way that our Saints have been playing, I don't know. I wouldn't think that's very likely.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if Conestoga Condors are going to be able to muster up a defense strong enough in such a short amount of time. What I will say is I would be willing to put at least 95% of everything I own that the Saints are going to win at least game 1.
95%?
95% of everything that I own. I would. But we don't do betting here. We're not sponsored, okay?
We're not sponsored.
I'm not sponsored by any of those shady gambling companies. But that's just to say how confident I am the Saints are going to be able to at least take game 1. Game 2, however, that's where I'm expecting to see Conestoga Condors really start to shine. I feel like most teams, game 2 against our teams especially, that's when they really start to focus in on our weak points, such as our I think our offense and our aggression goes in our favor a lot of ways, but it can also be a definite hindrance, especially when they call out our aggressive plays and shut them down aggressively themselves, not even waiting for noise or any kind of util to use their own util to shut down our pushes, and they just commit, make the play, and shut down our push. I feel like that's when our team really suffers. And then even if you do force out all the util and you try to stop the defense, even if the Saints are on the complete opposite side, then at the very least you're going to get a 5v5 retake, and of course the Saints are still strong in that, but you're not as disadvantaged as you would be where if Oppie dashes into the cloudburst and starts messing up your backline.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be key. Those early engagements in the rounds are really going to be important. I don't think we're going to see too many rounds that go down to maybe the last second. I think especially when the Saints are on attack, they're going to definitely play quick. But Conestoga, I'm interested in how they attack as well. Are they going to follow the same game plan as the Saints? There's a lot of teams that kind of are just scared to push. Maybe it's because the Saints, or I don't know why, but they know they're going up against good players. They kind of hesitate on their plays. They'll use their util. They'll figure out, okay, maybe there's 1 or 2 people on the site, and then they'll try and push, and then they'll stop. And then as soon as you slow down for a little bit, it gives the rest of the team time to rotate back over. I want to see if Conestoga can really not make that stop. If when they see the advantage, if they can take it, I mean, that's going to be important. But from what we've seen so far, even in disadvantaged situations, Saints, all mechanically gifted, can easily, in the 1-on-2, 1-on-3, get a couple kills.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one thing that you brought up with the hesitating on the push, I think that is an art craft. I feel like a lot of teams will slow down their push, and obviously some will find a lot of success doing it, but others not so much. And I think it's because there's a secret sauce. There's something missing that those stronger teams, they're slowing down for a reason, whereas I feel like some of the weaker teams or teams who aren't having as much success, they slow down out of fear. And you never want to be doing anything out of fear. And unfortunately for a lot of our opponents, I think the St. Clair GC team puts a lot of fear into whoever they are playing against. So for Conestoga's sake, I hope they brought their strong shields and level 10 armor, because I want them to be going in fearlessly onto the sites and push to their best of their abilities, or else again we're going to be having those hesitant pushes. And as you can see, no hesitance on the stage right now. Our GC team,
our camera's having a bit of hesitance,
a little bit,
but you got to see the players there. They're feeling good, feeling ready for the matchup. As they get to play on LAN, all get on stage. It's good that's the case. It's good that the camera is gonna get back to working. So they're also a team that gets pretty excited after big plays, and that's good to have. That's great to have on your team. Get some energy in your team. If you can start off the game with a big play and they all get energized, I mean, that momentum is going to carry into the game.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of teams getting energized and excited from big plays, what do you think the team that gets the least excited is? I think I have one in mind. I think it might be the same team we're thinking of here.
Okay, what do you think it is?
I think it's the league team for sure.
The league team?
I feel like Alonso would bench people for cheering.
No, I don't think he'd bench people, but Alonso, he doesn't have maybe the spark that he had like 7 years ago anymore. He's still 7. Oh, he's getting old. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're good friends with Alonso, so he's a good, really good head coach though, over there. So yeah, they're maybe not the most energetic, but they put probably one of the most times into the game actually. And
I think that's why they're not as excited when they're making big plays. Is because they've seen everything.
Yeah.
They've had all the excitement drained out of them.
Exactly.
Like 5 years ago at this point. They're so experienced, so strong, and of course our VALORANT team here, our GC team, they are looking to be gaining some of that experience going into this match. They want to be getting those wins on the record, get less and less excited by the match. And it's a weird thing to say. Hopefully you can maintain that excitement. But the point is, I want them to be finding success and to be pushing through and continuing to build a strong reputation for this roster.
Yeah, and we're going to be getting into game relatively soon, I believe. So shouldn't be too much longer of a wait as the players get into the lobby. And look at that, right on a point where the first map's going to be split. It's going to be the Saints on defense, Conestoga on the attack, and Saints. Let's take a look at the roster. It's going to be Ibuprofen, Chris, Maya, Oppi, and Kurosu. And for the side of Conestoga, it's going to be Panko, Cresilia, Mina, yeah, we're going to say that, Kaz, and MGD.
Yeah, fairly similar comps all around. Only one agent difference. Maybe they don't have ISO. Who knows?
Maybe they don't.
But going into split here, Saints starting off on the defense, and I really want to pay attention here to how Conestoga plays this offense. I know for sure the Saints, they really play things fast and hard. Not a lot of hesitance, not a lot of slow plays. When you do see a slow play, it is more so them faking a play and then rotating to the next, or maybe trying to take a push mid. But again, curious to see how Conestoga takes things. Fast, slow, mid plays, other side of the map, long. I have no idea. I'm excited to see what they have in their pocket.
Let's see what they have in store. And the compositions, as you said, are a tiny bit different. We have the ISO for the Saints and the Rays for the side of Conestoga. That's the only real difference here. So it's going to be an interesting to see what either of those operators can provide. As Ibuprofen tries to get this smoke. Uh-oh, having a bit of struggles here. I'm pretty sure we're going to get it here. There we go. The one-way smoke is going to be beautiful. And it looks like it's going to be an A push, though, from Conestoga. So all that effort might be for nothing.
Yeah, true. As we're seeing them stacking up on this point, it is looking to be a hard read from Conestoga, and they're going to get it in their favor. Pushing into A, meeting very little resistance as the only Saint on there. Kurosu forced back and taken down at the back of the site. Kaz finding Chris shortly after as Mina goes for the plant.
And it looks like the pistol round starting off good for Conestoga. They get the initial 2 picks as Kaz on the Rays does a great job there. Saints in the 35, anything is still possible, but Ibuprofen's gonna have to go crazy here. Picks up a couple.
Oh, wow.
There is the crazy play that we needed to see. Now Saints 2 on 3, a lot more life in them. The smoke's gonna come from Maya, but doesn't know that MGD sitting right behind there into the corner. Now Oppi gets spotted out, looks for the 1 on 3, finds a headshot, doesn't find the kill yet, looks for the wall bang, not gonna get it, doesn't know there's a sky around this corner.
Oh my god.
Somehow picks up that kill, but I don't think there's much time left remaining on this spike. Gonna be nearly impossible to get the defuse. Conestoga gonna get the first pistol round.
And hey, like I said, if the Saints were able to pick up the pistols, I'd be fairly confident that that's just the series. But Conestoga actually coming through and taking that out from underneath the Saints. It's going to be interesting to see what things are going to be looking like going forward, as now the Saints playing off the back foot on the forced eco round. As Conestoga, they're stocking up. Looks like they want to take this round confidently, looking to be setting up for the B push, as the Saints are all stacking up on A. Looks like maybe they're trying to call out a similar strategy of their own, where you want to try beating out the all-out offense with all-out defense. And while it's not going to work out for them, they're not going to be able to find the reads, but still, they're going to be able to, at the very least, take a 5-man retake if Conestoga get there before the Saints pick up and get wise to what's going on.
Yeah, and it looks like Conestoga are going to really take their time here, but St. Clair have not budged from that A side. It's only Ibuprofen, but now the call-out should come through the dog is going to give away the attack here. The rest of the Saints haven't started rotating over yet, but now you can see everyone on the minimap. There's going to be a couple on the flank, and 3 of them going to be going main. AB Profit looking for the initial shots. A beautiful positioning.
wow.
Picks up one. Doesn't get out with the life, but that's a nice 1-for-1 trade on the save round. Now St. Clair, they do not have the weapon advantages. They are struggling, and you can see they're scared to push through. 3 of their members sitting in spawn there, but only classics, I think, in hand for all 3 of them. So it's going to be incredibly hard to pick up kills here. Saints looks like they won't be trying to win the round. They're just trying to find some exit kills here.
Yeah, potentially. I think it's a very smart thing to do. See if you can damage the economy, force out weaker weapons or no weapons at all going to the next. The Saints, they're going to have enough money to buy some real rifles in the next one, but Conestoga, obviously, they'd like to stay alive as much as possible, but Korosu doing a great job of minimizing that. They're going to find 1 headshot, turning it into 2.
Nice.
While they're not going to get the defuse, I don't think the Saints could care less as they even run into the detonation. It doesn't really mean anything here as they just want to get into the next round doing as much economic damage as possible, not allowing Conestoga to get through without spending a penny, and they hope to win this round or else all of that strategizing is going to be all for naught.
Yeah, I mean, Conestoga get off to a good start in this map. They win the pistol, win the follow-up round. Now looking for the bonus, but some nice exit kills there will not allow that to happen too easily. So Saints gonna have quite a big economic advantage in this round. You can see they're all buying rifles, the 1 Guardian for AB Profin there, but the rest of the team is fully kitted out. So now I expect to see the Saints playing with a little bit more aggression now that they know that they have the good weaponry.
And you see Aki sitting mid with Korosu. This is a dynamic duo, very lethal. Kaz sitting the smoke, nade in hand, ready for anything. Flash goes out, smoke dissipates. Korosu still standing strong, going around the corner, trying to find the headshots, finding at least a kill with the help of Oppie. Nades coming through, but the Saints are already out of there before it's too late. MGD with the Sky Panko. They're kind of sitting mid, rotating, deciding where they want to go. They still have the spike on the side of Conestoga, so they could rotate wherever they deem necessary, and it looks to be the case they want a clear path over to A. They still have the bomb carrier, finally making the rotation over. The call has been made. The plan is now get the spike planted on the A site.
Yeah, they will try and get the spike planted, and let's see how easily they can walk in. Cypher does have a trap here. As soon as that destroyed, that should give them some knowledge of members coming under, and Ibuprofen can hear these players running onto the site now. That's a nice smoke, though. Let's see if Ibuprofen can find the right timing here. No, it looks like Saints will get up this side, and this is extra credit for Conestoga if they get this plan down for free. I mean, they are able to get in a save round, and I mean, there's a big flank coming in from the Cypher here. Can the Saints punish quickly here? No, it's going to be Ibuprofen missing a shot. Korosu does find a trade, but this Cypher flank, it's very, very long. It takes a while to come through, but is it going to lead to a kill? Yes, it does. MGD picks one up, as now it's 3-on-2 for the side of St. Clair. The plants, it's out in the open. Korosu picks up one. Can they find the defuse? Doesn't look like they're going to be able to find the diffusers. Korosu picks up 4. A big play there to keep Saints in this one.
Get used to seeing that, ladies and gentlemen. Korosu, one of the most lethal players on the side of St. Clair College. Of course, during that introduction, we talked about the X factor that Oppie brings in when it comes to the offense. But of course, Korosu being on the jet in this game, going to be that X factor. And we're still just on the defense, but that mobility and the smoke utility allows you to really be flexible and take initiative, making plays happen. And we're seeing the effect of that right now in this game as the Saints are taking their first round over Conestoga. It's still far from over. Both of these teams are going to be relatively even in the armory, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, this is a nice camera. Impossible to destroy, and gets all the vision needed. Ibuprofen gonna walk in. All 5 members just sprinting onto this side. Let's see what Ibuprofen can get done. Oh, spots out one. Doesn't find anything. 2 kills. Quickly go over to Conestoga, as they are going to be able to get the plant down. I mean, they are playing with such pace. The Saints are just simply not ready for it. Maya picks up one, gets traded out. No, Maya finds a second, now gets traded out. It's going to be Oppie again in the 1-on-3 situation. I mean, Conestoga doing a great job of getting on site.
Yeah, those pickoffs are critical, and it's allowing Conestoga to really put the pressure on the Saints. Swing around the corner, I believe the shoulder shot up first, and Kaz with a retaliatory 4K of their own in response to Korosu's in the previous round. Seems like Conestoga, they want to be putting on an aggressive match here. They don't want to let things feel easy for the Saints at all.
Yeah, and I said before the series, if Conestoga doesn't really hesitate and go quickly, they can get on these sites, and that's exactly what they've done to win every single round. They just get on the site, get the plant down, force the Saints to answer, and look at this. It's going to be another A push here coming up from Conestoga. Saints force stacking on B. I mean, Conestoga has simply just out-prepped the Saints from the look of things so far.
Yeah, and the Saints once again making the bad read. Fortunately, they have vision over on A thanks to the camera, but that camera doesn't have the ability to make headshots.
Yeah. As the push is going to look to come through. They're going to look to take up top here first, but it's a bit of a mistake. St. Clair didn't have any members here. If they were just to walk in and plant, it's completely free. And it's still free if they want to do so. Finally, they walk in. St. Clair, they have just pistols, so I'm expecting this to be a quick round one way or another. Kurosu picks up one with that ultimate. They pick up a second. Ibuprofen, a double kill with those pistols.
Wow.
Kurosu through the smoke picks up one, and Oppie finds the last kill. It's a thrifty round for the Saints, and it's much needed to get themselves back into this first map.
Saints are activated. Kurosu finding whatever they needed to find those kills through the smoke. Might have been inspiration, could have been a memory of all the hopes and dreams being passed on to you from your fallen comrades. I don't know what it is, but if you could bottle and sell that stuff, you would be a billionaire for time immemorial, because that is the kind of gaming edge that you need if you want to make it in the big leagues. Kurosu, fantastically done there in that last round.
Yeah, beautifully done there by Kurosu, and Ibuprofen also with the Sheriff found a couple big kills, which also helped out the Saints, who now have put themselves in a beautiful spot after being in a bit of a rough spot. Down 3-2. It's a B push coming up from Conestoga. Kind of the first time we're going to see any real action happen on B. The first time it was just a free round. As the Jet ultimate comes out, Maya way too aggressive. Gets taken down, but a nice trade from Kurosu. Takes down the ultimate Jet, and there goes the Ice ultimate. Let's see. Oppie one-on-one against the opponent. Trying to find the kill on the Omen. Is able to pick it up, and that's going to be one kill more for the Saints, who have now a 4-on-3 advantage. They look to push into the site. There is a nice wall. Kurosu drops down. All three members from Conestoga are kind of stuck in this corner. Kurosu picks up one. Oppie does go down. Nice headshot there from Ibuprofen. There's one more member. It's just MGD. They know exactly where this player is. 2-on-1 situation. Now 1-on-1. Saints peeking one by one. And that's not the play you should make in a 3-on-1. MGD gonna make a 1-on-3 clutch there in the corner.
Very well done. One at a time, not exactly what you want to be doing. It's honorable, sure, but not very rewarding if you're trying to win. The Saints losing that round off of maybe a little bit of hesitance or misplays, but all the same, Conestoga doing fantastic in this game so far. And I just wanted to point out, with Oppie using the ultimate, I don't think I've seen them lose a single ISO duel, at least this week. So wondering if we're going to see that trend continue throughout this series. And we can already see Conestoga getting aggressive on the B site. Nade out, forcing anyone who might be there off, using the satchel. Kurosu putting down Kaz immediately. This is going to be a huge detriment to the push coming up from Conestoga, but you still have to continue regardless. Kurosu and Maya, however, putting a complete end to it. Spike is down right in the middle of B. Not planted, however. It's going to be down in the boring and bad way that you don't want it to be, as we see Oppie swing around the corner, seeing the leg of MGD, but it's not going to be enough. Able to find the headshot before Oppie can find and get anything done. Looking to support their teammate now. MGD making the rotation behind their Sky, as Cresselia,
There's a flank.
trying to get aggressive, pushing up through the smoke potentially.
Flank from Kurosu could be massive. Both players just turn around. Kurosu going to find one. Is going to be able to pick up the second here. No! MGD picks that one up. Made the huge 1v3 clutch last round. Now looking for the ace in the 1-on-3 situation. MGD gonna throw out that camera. Doesn't spot out anything. The Spike is in a terrible spot for this Cypher. I don't see a way how MGD can get anything done here. He's gonna go for the wide swing. Ibuprofen spots that out. A nice round from St. Clair. Nice little two-man defense, able to defend that site, and definitely Saints showing a lot of life here. As you can see, Kurosu 13-4, even though the Saints are down the round.
Wow, yeah, I didn't even take the time to let that scoreline sink in. That is a ridiculous kill score on Kurosu. And of course, the round ending, Ibuprofen finding the cowboy hat tip to finish things off with it wasn't the Sheriff, was it? That would be too perfect if it was the Sheriff that I mentioned, the Cowboys and everything. Nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for another aggressive A-push. Kurosu with the knives in hand. Birds flying around the corner. One in the air. Satchel charge. Might lead to your doom, but no. Kurosu not able to finish the kills. Every star must fall at some point, I suppose. And Kurosu not able to find anywhere near the amount of value they were able to in some of the previous rounds we've seen.
Yeah, a bit of some rough shots there from Kurosu, but the right idea unfortunately doesn't pay off. So it's going to be Conestoga. We have the 5-on-4, but they are still in a bit of a rough spot with their weapons. The spike hasn't been touched, by the way. So Conestoga, this is the first round. They're really taking slow. Oppie going to play very aggressively, gets the double kill there on that ISO. It's going to be a nice double kill there. Get some healing as well. They're going to be up to half HP, going to get healed up to full. So off of the back of that double kill, Saints have a nice 4-on-3 advantage.
Yeah, 4-on-3 advantage is pretty huge, especially
timing.
when they are on the defense. But MGD flanking around, looking for the rope, just going to miss whoever was walking by. But as they go around the corner, you would expect that they would get found out. Oppie finding one with Chris slightly before. MGD getting gunned down in the alleyway, tying up the series now 4-4. Saints once again doing such a fantastic job.
A clean defensive round from the Saints. Conestoga on that save round just cannot get too much going, as kind of the first slow pace round we saw them taking. You could see the Saints will pounce on you if you take your time, but it looks like the Saints are going to be setting up on this A side, and another B push going to be coming out from Conestoga. There's only going to be a couple of Saints members here to slow down. That's going to be Maya and I believe Oppie. Yeah, it's Oppie. So it's Maya and Oppie trying to find this B defense again.
And raiding once more, Conestoga College gonna do no such thing as they're just clearing out utilities. The tripwire they're shooting at there. Dog running in to find information, valuable information, finding the Omen on the back site now. Maya getting the smoke ready to quarter anyone off who might be a problem. Once again, it's coming through any second now. We'll see that smoke pop, maybe waiting for a sound cue to really split up the team and cause a lot of problems, but also potentially not wanting to reveal their position, just going for the safer option through the wall, smoke them off. Conestoga College forced to reconsider where they want to make their next push.
Yeah, and I think Saints are going to be very happy with this. If Conestoga do go over to A, there's Cypher traps set up there with the clock ticking down. It makes it hard, and I don't know, Conestoga is just sitting here. Maybe they're starting to rethink their strategies. They're going to go for a 5-man swing. I mean, this is not very recommended, but they're using their last Sky Flash here, and they haven't made any moves up of this garage. There it goes. The Raze ultimate is popped, and Raze gets flashed out, is able to find the kill, but the trades are here for the Saints. They find a couple 2-for-2 trades to start off the fight here, but here is the swing coming out from Chris. Can't find anything. 2v2 left here. Ibuprofen has a great angle here, but it's going to get taken down. Makes it a 1-on-2 for Kurosu, who has the operator. Spike is down, which is a very good sign, but can Kurosu guess correctly? There is going to be the swing here. Coming out, finds one-on-one situation. The spike is being planted. Kurosu has the angle here, just can't miss the shot, and there it is. Kurosu gets the 1-on-2 clutch with the op, and it's going to be a nice clutch round there for the Saints as they take a 5-4 lead.
Absolutely huge. Well done from the Saints. Kurosu clutching up as the game. Definitely not shy to call it what it was. Getting a clutch. 15 kills now, leading the score quite comfortably. Next up is going to be 10. That's going to be on Kaz. Once again, I think the stick-out player for Conestoga. I think the way both of these players, and of course both of the teams have been playing together, they are really supplementing their weaknesses and strengthening their strengths. And I think it's going to do a lot to carry both of these teams to a comfortable victory. Saints, I'm really liking how they actually are pulling themselves back just a little bit on the offense, giving themselves some more. Sorry, they're on the defense rather, and they're being a lot more aggressive. Conestoga, they are taking the initiative, getting aggressive, running the Saints down, forcing them to battle, not necessarily take their own medicine, battle their own medicine, and they have the cure, it seems, on the side of the Saints.
Yeah, I mean, for the first few rounds, Conestoga were really just getting into these sites so easily, and they kind of just started slowing down, and I think it's because the Saints readjusted. They found the good angles, they found the good defensive spots, and with these players that they have, they've been able to hold down these angles where Conestoga just has trouble getting through it. That last round was very, very close. I mean, it was a 1v2, definitely in Conestoga's favor, but when Kurosu's with the operator, I don't know how safe a 1-on-2 is, as now that Jet can be sitting on this A site. It's going to be very hard for Conestoga to get through that one.
Yeah, and trying to push into Kurosu at all, like you mentioned, is quite difficult, especially with the op, but they're going to have to choose to do something as they are creeping up A site, being patient. Dog comes through, that's information for Kurosu. Getting position, trying to find the shot, gonna miss, forced to dash out after taking a lick of damage. Kurosu essentially gonna reposition Chris and Ibuprofen, taking down those who dare assault the A site.
Oh, ISO
but sucked into another dimension. Oppie forcing themselves into a duel with MGD every single time. 100% success rate. Cresselia getting taken down to 8%. You hear the Pokemon battle sound effect when they're low HP playing there. And unfortunately, another round down for Conestoga College. Saints taking another one right in a row. Actually 4 in a row for the Saints, coming up to the end of this half very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, Saints have been on quite the run recently, a good string of rounds for them, and they put themselves, no matter what, in a pretty good position. Worst case scenario, they lose the next 2 rounds, but I'm not expecting that. They are on a power play here, as Conestoga are on a safe buy here, trying to get at least one of these last 2 rounds go in their favor. And Saints going to be stacking up towards the A side. Oppie spots out a lot of enemy team members and is going to back up. That's a good play. Let them walk into you. As, I mean, Conestoga are throwing everything they have into this push. Not much has been found, though. I think Kurosu is begging for someone to climb up this rope, but it looks like Conestoga going to reevaluate, and they might push towards this B site where there's only the Omen left alive.
Yeah, but it looks like they could kind of get caught up here. They are coming up behind Omen, but with the Saints on the opposite side looking to sandwich them. If the Omen stays alive here, this would be really good, really advantageous. Oppie coming on the corner, getting shot at but finding one, going down to Panko, but at the very least the Saints know where they are now. Maya already in position, not finishing that kill, unfortunately, getting it now, but sacrificing a lot of ammo. Magazine is empty, not going to have time to reload. Panko takes him down, but Ibuprofen in the meantime doing a lot of work on that platform, taking down 2 as Panko, last member of Conestoga, alive with 35 on the clock to find a plant. It's more likely than you think, but it's still fairly unlikely. Gunshot comes through, Panko finding the mark, rushing now over to A.
Yeah, still 2 members left alive, though, for the Saints. I mean, the plant is going to go down, but I think the retake is going to be there a little bit too quickly. As you see, Kurosu is going to whip out that knife as now Panko in the 1-on-2. Going to have to find some big shots here. I hope the Saints just play together. The knives, though, are pulled out. I don't think Panko has any idea that these members are here. The knives do not find the kills. The Vandal is getting switched to, but Chris picks up Panko. I mean, Conestoga made it extremely close for a save round, but St. Clair going to take that one and take a 7-4 lead.
7-4 lead. It's looking good for them heading into the last round of this half, and we're going to be seeing what the Saints attack is going to be looking like. Maybe more reminiscent of what Conestoga have been doing here, taking things relatively slow but then immediately rushing into a brisk sprint as soon as they see an opportunity to strike, where they could force the aggression right out right away. And as you can see, the strategy economically was meticulously played out, and both teams are going to be fairly even going into this last round, and hopefully none of them will have any regrets as to how.
Yeah, let's see how this last attacking round goes. For Conestoga, St. Clair have 3 members on B, and they have their Jet sprinting up mid, just heading into the flank position of Conestoga. That's going to be a massive flank. Can they just wait on Kurosu? There's going to be Kaz flying in with the Judge. Ibuprofen finds one, finds a second. Look at the shots. Struggles to hit the boom bot. That's the hardest target to hit because you know where it's going to move. The player movement not known there, so it's gonna be a nice start to the round. Maya gonna get taken down though. Makes it a 4-on-3 for the Saints. Nice little smoke there. Finds a couple. 1 more left alive. They find it a beautiful defensive round from the side of the Saints. They clean it up, winning 6 rounds in a row to close out the half. I think now they have really found their stride.
Yeah, it seems like Conestoga, while they might not have the round advantage, they at the very least are forcing the Saints to play a little bit more heroic a little less gimmicky as they're going in to this next attacking round. The Saints starting things off pretty strong, like we mentioned in that first half, but once they get started on the offense, I fear it's going to be fairly difficult to get them stopped.
Yeah, and it looks like the B push variation is going to be the option they go for. They have everyone stacked towards this one. It's only Cresselia who's here to defend against this one. And the Raze is also there. And I think that flash is going to spot them out. You're going to see that Sky instantly back up. Christo gets a nice little bite there with the dog onto that Omen. So it's going to be a good amount of information for both teams. The smokes, though, will come out from the Saints here. Let's see how quickly they can push into this one. Cypher doesn't find anyone on the cam. I think Cresselia is in a great position. That Raze nade's going to do a lot of damage. They find the initial kill. Kurosu finds one. Chris finds the second. The bomb plant is going down as the spike has been planted. 5v3 situation for the Saints as they have full control of the B site.
Yeah, Saints finding it comfortably 5-3. Conestoga down 2 members. They at least have the high ground for the time being. Omen sitting in heaven. Oppie getting ready to swing around the corner. Finding Panko, immediately putting them down with a nice, swift, clean headshot. MGD on the high ground once again. Kurosu find around the corner. Amina is going to be able to take down Kurosu, but Chris taking them down in response. MGD versus Ibuprofen. MGD wins the duel, and Maya finishing off the round. That was looking pretty good for Conestoga, though. They might have been able to steal that one if things went a little bit differently near the end, but still, great round getting in for the Saints, and they're going to be able to play with the pistol round advantage as a result.
And that's exactly what happens when you have your numbers and you use them. They have a 4-on-1. Everyone just keeps swinging to make sure the opponent doesn't have time to change, to reload, to change position. Always has to be ready to shoot, and eventually one of the Saints lands the shot. A great job there. Now we're going to be seeing a bit of a default push from the Saints. They have the weapons. They like to do this when the enemy team is on a eco round, just waiting for a mistake and then eventually getting a push going some way, one way or another. But doesn't look like Conestoga are going to be making any overcommitments. Looks like they have the Saints pretty well scouted. Looks like Saints going to be going through B again, trying to get that plant down for the second straight round.
Spike Holder, however, is going to be making that push, that pilgrimage over to the B site. And now, obviously, we have the benefit of knowing that this site is clear of Conestoga, but the Saints don't know that, of course. And losing your spike carrier in the middle of one of the most highly contested sites in the game, it sounds like a recipe for disaster. So I respect the Saints for being a little bit more patient here, smoking off that angle, preventing anyone from spotting them. And now I think you want to go for the plant and start playing pretty defensively on the side of the Saints.
Oh, Ibuprofen. Shaky shots towards the middle. It's going to be Mina finding the first kill. And it's going to be a 5-on-4 for the Saints. Still, they do have the weapon advantage. Maya, beautiful angle there. Picks up one, TP's into the smoke. Kaz finds one. Mina gets traded out as Kaz only has a Bucky now. Oh, I'm going to have to be finding some hard picks as now Kaz does finally go down. 3v2, 3v1, 20 HP on Cresselia here. There's going to be the third kill of the round for Kurosu. A nice attacking round, keeping 3 members alive to look for the bonus as a St. Clair look to keep things rolling, winning how many rounds? 8 rounds in a row now. I mean, Conestoga really having some trouble.
That's looking rough. I feel like the Saints, the way they're playing this one, I don't sense any kind of hesitation or delay in their plays. Everything is decisive, fast, and for a reason. Even that push B, we saw that they were hesitating a bit, and it's because things were different from the way they were before. And sure enough, they smoke off a different section first, and that's basically what's going to be able to keep them alive, as they weren't able to get a response from Conestoga as they pushed to the back of the site. And once you have the blend, again, it's difficult to push into the Saints because their offense, while we've talked about how good it is, Oppie wanting to prove how good their offense is, looking for another 1v1, finding the kill. Fairly straightforward, fairly simple. Kurosu, Cloud, Dash, gonna get taken out by Kaz on Catwalk. And 1 minute 15 remaining. Chris finding a headshot. Bomb is sure to go down soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's another picture-perfect fight from the Saints. The ISO kill, Oppie doing it time and time again. Basically a free kill every single round from the look of things, just based on Oppie's skill there. Gets it every time, and now the shots come through from Oppie. Finds one more on two. Panko there makes it a 4-on-2 situation. Cresselia has to be careful around this corner. He's getting flashed on a cooldown, and Saints know that there's at least one member sitting down in this area. MGD does find Oppie, and Ibuprofen falls as well. So now 4-on-2 turns into a 2-on-2, but a nice flash there. Picks up one. It's going to be MGD in the 1-on-2. Gets taken down by Maya. The bonus is won by the Saints. Now it's going to be a save round for Conestoga, as Saints are 2 rounds away from taking the first map.
Yeah, just 2 short rounds away from running away with this whole thing. And with how that last one went, it's going to be very likely for them to be able to run away with this one. Saints with all the money and guns in the world, Conestoga with nothing but scraps left over. Can this ragtag group of bandits pull together a force strong enough to handle the overwhelming army of the Saints? B-push. I'm getting excited here. We're seeing numbers stacked up, or maybe they're going to be going mid. Either way, we're seeing our Omen sitting near B, hopefully going to at least be able to act as a distraction for Conestoga.
And it looks like Conestoga has had enough of the Saints shenanigans near this B site. They send the Cypher there and the Raze there. The Cypher traps are there. And if St. Clair just choose to rotate over to A, easy plant, easy round. Do they have the game IQ? And it looks like they do. They will be rotating over to the A site. I mean, that's just a beautiful play. That's not something you see too often work out, but Saints gonna easily take this A site. They wait slowly for Conestoga to show their weakness. They do, and Saints gonna just walk into this A site, get the plant down, and more than likely put themselves on map point.
Yeah, more than likely, it's definitely going to be the case here. No guns to work with on the side of Conestoga. Oh, but yeah, like you said, another ult for Oppie, and probably saving that for the next round to just, again, 100% win rate from what we've seen this week in that ultimate. Force somebody to be taken out no matter where they are, what they're hiding behind. Force them to fight you. Oh, 2 beautiful headshots coming out from Oppie.
Ultimate
Thing of beauty.
Beautiful play by Oppie there, gets the double kill as Conestoga look to find the retake, but they're taking a bit too much time here. Panko finds one, a double kill from Maya. Kurosu finds the last kill. Saints put themselves on map point, and as we just said, Oppie will have that ISO ultimate. It's been such a good kind of initiation tool for the Saints here. I'm definitely expecting them to play off the back of one pick from that ultimate yet again.
Yeah, finding that pick would be huge, especially if they managed to take off somebody super value like the Cypher, the only one with the ultimate on the side of Conestoga. Next runner-ups are going to be all 3, Kaz, Cresselia, and Mina, as they all are 6 out of 8 or 6 out of 7 respectively from reaching that ultimate. And with that advantage in mind, the Saints' ultimates are a little bit more progressive, immediately finding the Omen, taking them down, and you come back as if nothing ever happened. One huge play, one after the other. Kaz finding Maya. We're seeing the Saints push out. Kurosu taking down from beneath. Chris finding Cresselia, but it's still a battle for this site. MGD popping the ult, but gonna get gunned down in the middle of it. 2v1, but it looks like this one's not even a part of this equation. Sitting over on B site. Saints immediately gonna go for the plan over on A.
Yeah, the beautiful ultimate there from Chris spots out the last member, the Raze, and they know exactly where this Raze is. Kaz is gonna go for the flank. I mean, the Saints should be able to hear this. They should get a sound cue that there's one in here, and they do. They are both watching down here. Let's see if they can find the kill onto Kaz. Can they pick up the first map? Swing's gonna come through. There it is, St. Clair College GC. They pick up the first map over Conestoga, and it was a 4-4 game at one point. It ends 13-4, 9-round win streak there for the side of the Saints, and a beautiful performance from both Kurosu and Oppie, who lead the team in kills.
Yeah, beautifully done. They don't make games like that anymore. Games that are nail-biters at the start, especially, you mentioned, it was a 4v4 at first, and now all of a sudden the Saints run through, not dropping a single round after that, taking the series 13-4. St. Clair College winning game 1 on split. Excited to see what they have in store for us for the next.
Yeah, definitely interested to see. I mean, definitely gonna be a bit of a momentum boost for them, and Conestoga definitely gonna be a bit distraught. They were playing so well. It was such a
Yeah.
close map at the beginning. I'm like, oh my goodness, were we hyping up the Saints too much? But no, in the end, we were not. You could see how
Never.
dominant they are. 13-4. I mean, beautiful score on them. But I think they might look to top that in the second map.
Yeah, the second map, which will be coming up shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. More fantastic GC action after a short break. We'll see you guys soon.
baseline check. They stay complacent, me, I'm a threat. Big moves only how I connect. Living it large, no need to reflect. Came from the bottom, now I'm on deck. They get stuck while I progress. Can tell where it's going, I've seen this, I know all your steps. And we over that, tell me what's next.
Goes huge for the 4-piece. He's on a 7 streak right now. Make it 8.
Look at the misfortunals. Oh my goodness, the misfortune Falcons.
Je pense pas qu'elle refait des choses sur la barre et le tir de l'autre bout du terrain.
No one's able to stay alive for Waterloo as St. Clair throws down the ultimate.
It is not even the 1, 2, 3.
You know who they choose. One that I got it. Kick the door down, we are not knocking. You a dollar bill up in my pocket. I can see the future and it's looking like profit.
Welcome back, everybody, to Map 2 between St. Clair Saints GC against Conestoga College. And it's gonna be our Saints who were victorious on the first map, winning it 13-4 after winning 9 rounds consecutively to close out the map. Let's see if they can continue their winning ways as they start on attack this time on map 2, and it's Sunset.
Absolutely. Are you excited, Theo? I'm excited. I'm pretty pumped to be going in to this next game here on Sunset. Let's hope the sun doesn't set on this series too fast. Really hoping Conestoga comes through with a very close victory, maybe even sending it to an overtime. That'd be fantastic to be going in against St. Clair College. Really rise to the challenge and show them that they are not to be messed with. St. Clair, they've been having too good of a time, if you ask me. I think they deserve some real strong competition. I think Conestoga are going to be the ones to give it to them.
I mean, I think you're right about that. They are having a great time, and you know, I'm gonna be opposite of you. I don't think they're gonna give Conestoga any room to breathe here in this second map. I've seen the Saints play this map before, and the way they play this, they don't give their enemy team much time to think about this exact area what they're in right now. A lot of people will die here on this map, but you can see Kaz is getting a bit nervous, gonna call a tech a pause before this one's gonna start off. Obviously, I'm just joking. No one's getting nervous. I mean, probably a little bit nervous, honestly.
Everyone's always
Everyone's a little bit nervous, but
when are you going into your games? Are you nervous?
When I first started playing competitively, I was. Now I kind of not as nervous. I'm already kind of used to it. But if you're like a rising player and you're like new to esports and you're still learning this whole esports thing, I mean, when I was in my first probably year, I was a bit nervous going into the games. No, I definitely worried about, oh, you know, I can't make mistakes here, I can't do this, that, but eventually
a loss is a loss.
No, that's not a good way to think about it. And I usually thought, oh, a win is a win, you know. But hopefully I do good enough that I can, you know, do something to contribute to that win, not just kind of exist and get carried. But sometimes you have to accept getting carried. You have to play that more supportive role, and you know, it's important for everyone on the team to understand that your duelists are kind of the ones that are going to be going in there finding your kills, and maybe the rest of the team just needs to play around that. As I think the tech pause is ending. Kaz, sorry, no problem there. No big
apology accepted.
Apology accepted.
And you know what, Theo? I think I'm the complete opposite of you. I'm a complete wreck when it comes to getting into my games. I hover the ranked match button on Street Fighter, and I am shaking my boots. But Oppie, not hesitating, but gonna get put down immediately by Kaz, shutting down the strong start from the Saints. Kaz now already shifting tone, looking through that smoke, seeing if you can spot anything. But as it goes down, Trigger Discipline not going to pay out. Kurosu taking out their doppelganger, and they are about to find the plant. Chris getting that spike set firmly. MGD with the rest of Conestoga. Kurosu actually taking down Panko. Cresselia making Kurosu faint. It's not the typical Pokemon battle you might be used to here on Sunset. MGD goes around the corner. Maya taking them down. Maya finding another one. Chris with the headshot to finish things off, taking this in favor of St. Clair College.
A good clutch there in the 2-on-3. I mean, another chance for Conestoga to win a round early on, but Saints now 10 rounds in a row and a rolling. They're gonna have the buys here, looking to win the second round. Try not to lose too many members. You can play for the bonus, which they have been playing for in that last half that they did on attack. So I think they want to play for the bonus here as they look to start off the attack again. They won't go for the B rush this time. Looks like on the second round, if they win the pistol, they like taking things a little bit slower.
Yeah, for sure. Because especially Conestoga, with not a lot of money to work with here, not a lot to lose as well, they're probably going to get aggressive and look for the Saints. So I believe playing slowly might be the answer to fighting against someone with nothing to lose. Try to do the opposite of matching their tempo and just calm down a little bit as Oppie not really slowing down, not characteristic of the Neon. Gonna actually spray the boxes, but no one's gonna confirm any kills or damage. Mina gonna get some work done, but taken out eventually. My on site, getting taken out by Panko, the Ghost, doing such great work.
Nice shot there from Panko, and now it's 4v4. Saints, though, have deep position on this B side, but the flanks are coming through from both teams. It's going to be Saints actually 4-manning a flank here, or 3-manning, sorry. This flank, they find one Oppie with a nice shot onto Kaz. There's going to be one more around this corner. They find the Raze as well. The plant's going to be going down. It's going to be a 4-on-1 after Ibuprofen picks up MGD, and it's going to be Cresselia in a very hard spot here. Those shots looked pretty good, but were not on target. See a little bit of a team bonding action going on after the end of the round. Saints keep a couple of their power weapons as they look to get into the bonus.
Yeah, seeing something like that, it just, right, like, this game just looks ridiculous. I like seeing characters like this holding like AK-47s with like dragons coming out of him. Like,
what's going on?
What the heck? What happened to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2? Like, I don't know.
No, you don't.
Things escaped me. I'm too old for this stuff now.
I don't think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in this game can compete with the players that play the games. And Oppie gonna be showing out why Valorant is the play here. Gets the opening pick. It's a great start for the Saints again as they look to rotate over to the B site, which doesn't have many defenders on it.
Yeah, not a soul to be found, and any soul that enters it is surely to be harvested by the Grim Reaper. Maya coming around the corner, Vandal in hand, MGD looking to be in trouble. Oppie as well, hungry for some souls, looking to take some people into the afterlife, but who's going to get this first entry frag on site B? Oppie getting aggressive, but Mina actually taking Kurosu on the other side of the map there. A bit of an exchange, but Oppie getting quite aggressive, spraying down through the smokes. MGD trying to get the kill. Oppie getting taken so low as the Saints are fighting back against the back of B. Cresselia almost throwing out little buddy, sending him to his doom, but not quite. And 5 HP on Panko. That regenerative armor going to come to play for sure, but Maya and Oppie finding kills. MGD taking down one of the Saints. Abby out of this round for the time being. With the bomb taking as it is now, it looks to be the case. The Saints are definitely winning this one. Mina gonna fall. 3 kills for Maya. The Saints trying to get out from the detonation.
That's a bonus for the Saints, who have now won 12 rounds in a row. And it looks like Conestoga is falling apart. They're going to force up some cheaper weapons here, which will still allow them to fall by next round. But saying Clair, I mean, we said on attack, they are pretty good. And they've yet to lose a round on the attacking side. I mean, it's been 12 rounds. Or no, not 12 rounds.
Don't look at me.
Do some quick math.
You're the one that brought math into
this. It was 8-4-12. They won 5, so that's 5, and then plus 3, 8 rounds. They've won 8 attacking rounds in a row, which is a pretty high number considering you only need to win, like, what is it, 26 rounds to win 2 maps.
True. Great stats coming through. We got the number cruncher here. I can tell you're doing better in the math classes than I have.
I don't know about that.
Wow, we can compare after this, but
I don't know. We don't want to do that.
Going in now, Maya with the Drones, seeing what they can find, seeing what lies ahead on this site, as we're seeing Chris and the rest of the Saints repositioning, reconsidering what angle of attack they want to take. Kaz, Bucky in hand, sitting that smoke. Thankfully for the Saints, nobody going to dare to approach as they decide instead to take themselves and the spiky carrier over to A. They are getting ready for their next assault.
You seen Oppie with those fists. I mean, those are pretty dangerous. You wouldn't want to get hit by those as the Neon is going to be pushing through. Are they going to figure out there's a player in this corner? Yes, the stun is beautiful from Oppie. Oppie gets the kill onto Panko. The walls come out. There's one more member on this side. Do they know that the Sage is back here? Yes, they do. The plant should be going down as soon as possible. Saints 5-on-3 situation. They've played this attack beautifully. Kurosu does get taken down by Cresselia, but MGD gonna be getting pushed here by Oppie. Gets taken down. 4-on-2 situation for the Saints. Here's Oppie is flying through on the Neon. Finds one. Finds the fourth in the round. Beautiful shots from Oppie. It's gonna be another clean round from the Saints as they go up 4-0.
This is just a display of violence and aggression that is not safe for human consumption. It is a massacre so far from the Saints, but hey, unlike real life, sometimes the cow fights back in Valorant, you know. The Conestoga, they could just resist the slaughter that's going on so far, start kicking, start doing whatever possible to get off of the reverse assembly line, the disassembly line, I'll call it, and start putting themselves back together as St. Clair College looking aggressive yet again, trying to make something happen on B. But Conestoga stacking up over here, two of them watching market and sitting in a position where they are going to be alerted of a push coming out from the Saints on B, but they're not going to be in the line of fire. But MGD spraying through the smoke, finding Chris at the very least, the fast lane, doing deathly damage, taking out Kurosu with the respawn. Going to be aggressive now, looking for the kill to stay in the game. Oppie taking out Panko, and you can see Kurosu just stalking the ball, finding two for the vengeance, keeping themselves alive in this game thanks to the ultimate. Cresselia taking out Kurosu, Oppie doing the same, but Abby getting the final kill as they're trading back and forth to cement the victory once again for St. Clair.
I mean, even down 2 members, I mean, that res from was Kurosu was huge. Found a couple kills after that. I mean, the value from that ultimate is just insane there for Kurosu, and we halfway to another one there. 5-0 lead for the Saints. Another save by Conestoga. This is just the Saints showing why they are probably the favorite in this tournament to win it all. They're just completely running over their competition. As Conestoga, I mean, they started the series off hot. There were some very, very close rounds. Even this first round of this map was very close.
Oh my god!
Finds a one shot onto Oppie, almost found a couple there, but does get traded out. Now the Saints, with the guns that they have, easily going to push in. AB able to pick up one more shot in a spawn here. Going to go for the flank as Kurosu goes for the swing. Gets taken down by Panko. 3v2 situation here for the side of the Saints. Panko goes for the swing. Maya going to find a double headshot onto Panko and Cresselia. Saints go up 6-0 and they keep their flawless streak going.
That shot from MGD was damn cinematic. The way the fast lane came up, the smokes were centering the angles, and then center stage comes Oppie, and the pistol comes up, one shot lets loose, and somebody falls. It was beautifully done. I think I'm gonna rate that. That scene alone has made this movie worth watching, if you ask me. 10 out of 10 on IMDb.
Rotten Tomatoes?
Rotten Tomatoes, I'll let the people decide. What do you guys think? I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not a big Rotten Tomatoes guy. I like them pretty fresh, honestly, myself. The push is going to come through here, however, from St. Clair. That Neon has been getting so much value. Panko, oh my goodness, finds one, finds a second, finds a third. I mean, all Saints are falling. 4v2 situation now as they look to regroup. Maybe they're going to look to rotate over to A as that one member is chasing down. Kaz wants to get a kill here. No, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Goodbye. Back to the lobby as now Saints look to find the reset. They have the 3-on-2 or the 2-on-3. They have the spike. They have an opportunity here. Let's see if the Saints can walk into this one, as it's just one Cypher defending this B site for the side of Conestoga.
Yeah, and oh, well, there goes the ult, and now the Saints, their position has been alerted to Conestoga. Cresselia getting crafty, trying to use the ultimate here. Now, you'd think that this is a really good situation for Conestoga, but they are using all their super value ults to take down 2. They are favored to be winning this exchange. The spike isn't even down yet, and they're using them. But, we're actually going to see the Sage revive Kaz. This is going to be the second time they've been revived in this round. With 18 seconds left, the Saints are already on site, and I do have to question the usage of the abilities here from Conestoga. Now the Saints, with all of the abilities being used, Chris is going to take down Kaz for the 3rd time this round. And not good at all. And the Saints find the plant, but the Sage Wall is up, but so is Chris. Getting ready for the ace. You don't care about anything left in this round, taking out the flash and allowing yourself getting set up to look for the ace kill. Getting in, getting your hands dirty, taking it out. Chris with the ace. Cresselia sent to the Pokemon Center. You need to be healed after that one. A huge bird coming through.
Huge kill there from Chris. Gets it. I mean, 8 kills for the Saints in that round. Chris getting 5 of those, and good job for the Saints as they get the clutch there. Up 7 rounds, 2-0, and they're in complete cruise control. I mean, anytime Conestoga is getting some value here or there, I mean, St. Clair instantly fire back. Now up 7 rounds to 0. I mean, it's going to be so much work to do here for the side of Conestoga to come back.
And now we're seeing Saints getting aggressive in the mid, but not aggressive in the chat at all. It's all love over there. Pay no mind. These teams are fairly close, so don't mind their banter as the fast lane's coming up. Maya is going to take down Panko.
Oh,
Kaz
Bucky.
finding a lot of value with that Bucky, and we're seeing what can be done. It's time to get to business. No more playing around here. Oppie, flashed out. It's just a moment of peace. Kaz finding the 2nd kill this round with that Bucky, but Kurosu, Lee's going to be able to take him out. 2nd one now. Kurosu finding
Kurosu.
Mina staying alive and staying staying long enough to get the kill. Back. And Kurosu, hey, already back into a good position, and the respawn just need to get the kill. Finding Mina would be huge here, and you do. That's going to be the round win for Kurosu. Almost finding 2 aces in a row yet again.
Nice play there from Kurosu. Gets the self-res, and a great play to finish off the round. Has a limited timer to find that kill, gets very aggressive, and gets the finish. Great job from Kurosu and the rest of the Saints. You could see Conestoga, they're on the same page. 4 of them have 4 kills, but I don't know if that's the page they want to be following.
4 is an unlucky number in some cultures.
I mean, 4 is a number. That's all I really know. I don't know.
And 6 is a bad number in some cultures as well if you repeat it enough times. So you got 2 really bad numbers.
Yeah, Conestoga want to get those numbers in the double digits on everyone, you know. Yeah. It's a bit hard to do so, but especially against the Saints, who are up 8 rounds to 0. And finally, Conestoga have had enough of this Saints tomfoolery. They're sending the Sage to put down a wall. I don't think it's going to do too much.
Doesn't look like a wall to me.
The wall hasn't been put down yet, but there it is, put down. Now I'm expecting it to just be broken, and that's all the value that the wall gets.
We've seen a Sage. I don't even know the last time I saw a Sage in a comp match. What the hell's going on?
That is true. We haven't seen a Sage. It's only taken us 8 rounds to realize there's a Sage on the side of Conestoga.
And we even saw the respawn come through, the resurrect.
Yeah, and maybe it's because of the Sage that maybe Conestoga's having a real rough time. I mean, it's the 2nd map in the series. It's the 9th round, and Conestoga have yet to win a defensive round. I mean, that's a pretty
Sage diff.
That's a pretty incredible statistic there. But now the push is going to come through for the Saints. They get all their members down on A. Nobody from Conestoga here to contest. There's a nice wall from the Neon. The plant should come through relatively soon. Oppie, though, going to be the first one to fall down. But Panko going to get one as well. Finds a 3rd, and it looks like finally Conestoga have shown some life. They have a 5-on-2. Please close this one out. I mean, the ult from Breach is massive. Let's see if the swing comes through. Chris has to go for that swing, I feel like, in a 2-on-5. Get as many kills as possible, because now it's going to be very hard to hold this one. Let's see if they're able to find the shot. That's a shooting spree, but there is Conestoga finding their first round on the defense. They make it 1 round to 8.
Let's go. 1 round on the board for Conestoga, and this could be the turnaround we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. With infinite money in their pockets, Saints are finally forced to spend some, Oppie consistently losing the life as you're playing on that entry. So going to be the poorest on the side of the Saints, forced to use nothing but a Bucky, but in the hands of Neon, in the hands of Oppie as well, I'm suspecting that this is going to be very lethal nonetheless. Maybe going to get revenge on Kaz from those Bucky plays. And with the ult too, hey, yeah, I don't even need a gun. You have those laser hands, the zip zaps, to take everyone down, railgun style.
Yes, indeed, as now the round will start off. There's the ultimate from Oppie.
Never mind.
Gets 0 value. Gets a little bit of value, some decent damage onto Panko, but doesn't find the kill, and that's going to be a 5-on-4 now for the side of Conestoga. They've kind of come back to life a little bit in these last few rounds, but still, St. Clair have such a big advantage. They've been on such a good hot streak. But without this neon, without those walls, it's actually kind of hard for the Saints to enter into these sites. I mean, it's a crucial part of their team comp. And this raise, Panko, I mean, this is a very volatile position. Gonna get the heal from the Sage. Crossline gonna find a 1, but the trade is there from Maya. The plan should come through here. And looks like the 3v4 hold gonna try to pull off here for the
Kurosu finding the plant, and Maya turning around 360, 180 style actually, turning around and getting the kill. MGD finding Maya in an act of revenge. MGD taking out Kurosu as well. Abby taken down in an act of defiance from Cresselia. Your level is not high enough. This Pokemon will not take orders from you. And Defuse coming out to end the round. Conestoga College taking their second round in this map. And Saints now starting to feel the heat a little bit. Maybe not, Pocket's not looking so fat anymore.
Pockets and empty cup. What you know about that one?
Not a damn thing.
Oh, Fast and Furious.
I didn't watch it.
You don't know Fast and Furious?
I mean, of course I know about it, but
Oh.
I can't quote it.
I could quote it.
I know the song.
The song?
Yeah, the one everyone knows. You know, the Tokyo Drift.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's I like playing that while I'm playing iRacing. It does not end well for the people I'm playing with, but it's fun for me. And we're seeing now in the mid, Saints are populating this area and looking to make something happen. It's the first time I'm really seeing them make a major push here, and I think they're going to catch Conestoga off guard for sure. Util's coming out, but the Saints still dashing through, especially with Oppie leading charge. Cresselia finding the kill immediately. Maya following it up, trading it out, and Chris leading the charge once again as Kaz finds Abby and Maya, but Chris with the cleanup kill, trading out once again on trade duty. It seems the Saints are just taking turns at this point, and Kurosu, last member standing for the Saints. No respawn in play here. Just gonna be nothing but love trying to get revenge for their fallen teammates.
Yeah, and Kurosu stuck in a 1-on-3 here. I mean, the Saints kind of fallen off. Oh my goodness, what a swing there by Kurosu.
You find one more.
Have look to find one more, and is gonna find the shot.
Oh my god, the ult is in play.
Makes it a 1-on-1. HGB against Kurosu. The ultimate is ready here. Cannot find the headshot though. Good try in the 1v3, but 3 rounds here for Conestoga. They're refusing to go down without a fight.
I'll say I would have used the ult immediately. I would have gone straight for it, made something happen. It would have been a 1-on-1 with a respawn.
It would have been a 1-on-1.
Or maybe it doesn't work that way in this game. I don't know. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the last round of the half. So I guess you want to just save it for the last round in any case. We have the respawn coming up from the Sage, so I'm pretty sure Sage is going to be comfortably sitting in the back in the middle of nowhere doing nothing until someone dies. Effective strat, if you ask me. Meanwhile, the Saints working with the Sova and the ult on that other agent whom I forget the Clove. There you go. With the respawn on Kurosu. So Saints, let's make some magic happen here. Maybe let Kurosu take the charge as working with 2 lives here.
Yeah, I definitely want to see them use some ultimates. Maybe that Maya Sova ultimate to start off the round. Just get a ping here with this bolt and just pop that ultimate quickly. And it's going to be Oppie. That's the 4th round in a row. Oppie's gone in quickly and just died. And that's why the Saints haven't found any success in these last few rounds. But now the ultimate's going to fly through. Maya picks up a kill onto Mio, makes it a 4-on-4 situation. Still has that Sova ultimate online. Could use it for post-plant, but Ibuprofen is stuck in a very rough scenario here. Cannot leave that point here. And is just going to pray for someone to walk in the sight line. And it looks like the Saints, they were going to rotate, but they realized, hey guys, we have a teammate that's in no man's land. We either got to push through here or help them out now. Ibuprofen going to push through, finds one, isn't going to find the second as Kaz gets the revive. And it's going to be Cresselia finding a couple shots there, makes it a 3-on-2 situation. Panko finds one more with a nade, and that's going to be the 4th straight round for Conestoga. They've really picked things up here as now they go over to attack on this map.
I just like to point out the Saints, we've been seeing how it's just been completely one-sided. They haven't lost a single thing, but now Conestoga already halfway to tying up.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how fast things can stack up in your favor in a game of Valorant. But St. Clair finally on the defense here. And maybe this is what they need to shake things up and get back into their mojo. Conestoga really clawing their way back into the series. Cresselia have been finding so much value. MGD too, with those flank plays and getting all these very valuable trades that you probably shouldn't be getting. It's just a fantastic show all around from these players.
Truly is fantastic, and now we're gonna see the fight here on this B site. It's gonna be a full-on brawl, 4-on-4, all guns blazing. Let's see how it goes. It's gonna be Oppie going first again, gets taken down. Kurosu finds the trade. Yet again, Oppie just cannot seem to get anything going on this Neon. It looks like Conestoga finally figured it out. Just sit there and wait for Oppie to run into your LOS and then shoot at the head. It's a pretty good idea, but now the swings come through. 2 for 2. MGD, though, is finding all of the needed plays, makes it a 2-on-1 situation, and it looks like Conestoga are showing a bit of life. 4 rounds in a row here now. They look to get this plant down and look to play the 2v1 post plant, but the Sova is right around the corner. Maya hoping someone over peaks, but now it's gonna be KBG who gets and KBG. What am I saying? MGD finding the 3rd kill of the round. It's gonna give Conestoga their 5th round in a row, as now they're on the advantage.
One more for Conestoga, and we are 2 away from being tied up. Fantastic work so far from Conestoga, keeping themselves in the series. And I just want to say, hey, you know, I feel validated here watching the Neon gameplay. I guess this is how my games are supposed to look. I thought I was doing something wrong running in and dying immediately, but this is, hey, if this is how the pros are playing, if this is how people in the big league are making things happen, then I'm not ashamed of myself anymore. This is how Neon was designed. So excited that we got the game plan in common with Oppie, as the Saints stacking up on A. No one's going to be there. Abby is at least going to be able to have that camera usage to spot out as soon as Conestoga get aggressive, and they see the util coming in and they're able to react, trying to get out of the sight but not out of mind from Panko, putting a bullet straight into Abby's. Now the Saints are trying to get back to the site where the action is happening. Cresselia, util in hand, trying to make a play happen. Saints definitely not looking good for this round.
Looking very, very dire here as the full setup is here from Conestoga, and the Saints, I think they just got a little bit overconfident, up 8-0, just kind of started playing a bit lackluster, and you could see what it's led to. All of a sudden it's going to be an 8-6 game because they are not making any progress on this site. They are just playing for exit kills, which we've seen them do before, and they're going to do the same thing again. But let's see who gets impatient first. It's going to be Maya who gets a little bit too impatient. Panko picks up that kill, and now the exit will come through here from MGD. Chris gets a nice stun. It's going to be a couple kills here going over to the Saints to try and get some more staggers here as Oppie dies. Chris cannot find any kills there. Another round goes over to Conestoga, as now they're just 2 rounds behind the Saints.
Yeah, it's just I definitely sympathize here. I've been playing a lot of Chernova, okay? And it's like when there's multiple enemies in your line of sight, the easiest shots become hard.
True.
3 of them, blinded, running in a straight line,
know who to shoot.
Heads ready to click, and you're just like, I don't know, like I can't do it for whatever reason. But if it was one person, I see their head for a split second, they're gone.
So you're nice like that.
I'm super nice like that. None of you could hold me in that game. I promise, I guarantee.
Next semester, are you starting a team?
Absolutely not. My hands are full.
Absolutely not.
Hey.
Damn, would love to see Daniel back on the pro stage and kicking back. I mean, in a different title.
Man, even in my titles, I haven't even touched the pro stage.
So maybe you gotta go for a quick switch up, as that's exactly what the Saints need here. If Oppie was able to find the first blood, would have been maybe a switch they needed, but hasn't been able to find it here, as it looks like Conestoga looking for the bonus. They're going to be pushing this B site here. It's only a couple members from the Saints here ready for the defense.
Yeah, the Saints, Abby the very least, spotting the smoke go up. As to what's happening in or outside of that smoke, you're not really going to have much insight to. So you just have to hope and pray that whatever comes out, you're ready for. Oppie taking out the trip. Kaz and the rest of Conestoga, they are starting the assault. The Saints getting ready to meet them. Panko jumping in. Chris is going to take them down immediately. Chris with the flash now. Abby taking down one. MGD taking down Abby with response. Kurosu finding Cresselia. The wall's coming up. And I don't know what kind of chaos this is occurring for that wall to be causing such a problem for both of these teams now. Conestoga with that Sage pick. Mina finally gonna fall. Chris taking on the last member of Conestoga. Now we're 6-9 here in the scoreline, and I think this is shaking up very nicely for the Saints.
It's a very nice scoreline for the Saints. They were struggling to win around. You could see 6 in a row, from Conestoga. I mean, they went on an insane hot streak, but there was bound to be a time where the Saints had a weapon advantage because of the new half, and there it was. But this is a crucial round in this half. If the Saints can win this one, they can put themselves really close to that match point. If Conestoga win this one, I mean, they're right back in this game.
Yeah, and I'm really curious to see what this next round has in store for us. Oppie definitely leading things off to not a great start as the Saints losing their Neon. And now we're going to see what comes next as Panko with an 8 in hand. Getting concussed, however. Chris finding Mina. Panko, at the very least, taking out Chris. I believe with the showstopper, Maya finding Panko in response. Shock Dart coming through, forcing Conestoga back just a little bit as Abby getting ready to get aggressive around this corner. Not quite sure what lies beyond, but knowing it's not going to be friendly. 2v3, the siege on the A site continues.
Yeah, one person going to rotate, but there's also a Cypher still on this A site. Let's see if you can catch this Soba lacking. Won't be able to do so, as that Cypher is kind of out of this 2-on-2. I mean, if Conestoga doesn't rotate quickly and get this plant down, St. Clair are going to be right here to answer. The utility comes through. The Cypher traps are still live. Going to get shot out. That's going to give the Saints all the information they need. They need to get onto the site and get onto it quickly. There's a flank coming in from the Cypher, so they're going to have to go quicker rather than slowly if they want to win this round. They have no idea the Cypher's behind them. Let's see if they can make the play quickly. How quickly can they make it? That Dart's not going to get shot in time. They know there's one player right here, but you can see Conestoga. They're just waiting for this Cypher flank to come through. Will the Saints be able to get in here before that's the case? Ibuprofen picks a pick onto one, but now that Cypher has made his way all the way behind MGD in a beautiful position. Is going to be able to pick up one, should be able to pick up the second, as it's 1 HP on Maya. It's going to be Conestoga winning this crucial round and making it a 7-9 game.
An incredible flank play, keeping Conestoga in this round, roaming, getting behind the Saints and making that already bad situation even worse. The util was great from the Saints, finding the information that they needed, trying to play off of it, but that disruptive flank coming out at the right time just made that round impossible. I think it was just a little bit earlier or a little bit later, it wouldn't have been so bad. I think that, but it was just perfectly timed to cause as much disruption as possible. And the Saints now, it looks like we're getting into the trading rounds territory. Maybe they're gonna have an answer in this next.
Yeah, they do still have a full buy. I definitely want to see Oppie really pick it up as the Neon player, but what a shot there from Kaz again. Oppie going to be the first one to fall. Maybe just have to relax a little bit, not play so aggressive, as it has just not worked out in these recent rounds. I mean, Conestoga has been picking off Oppie round and around. Round after round is now another pick gonna go down. There goes Maya. There goes Kurosu. The Saints are just completely collapsing. Chris trying to find everybody, but not gonna find it. Only finds one. It's a 4-on-1 for Conestoga as they look to storm back into the series.
Yeah, Abby finding the headshot, but getting headshot in return. Mina, a little bit of a sleeper agent. Not seeing, besides the walls, that Sage is just slipping under the radar, coming out when you least expect them to. And now 8-9. If you told me that we'd be looking at this scoreline at the beginning of the series, Theo, I would believe you.
You wouldn't believe me. If I said it when it was 8-0, would you believe me?
Not at all.
Not at all. I mean, it's just an insane comeback from Conestoga. Let's just say how it is. They've really picked things up, and off the back of MGD's beautiful play on that Cypher, they've been able to rally back, and now Saints on a save round. I mean, Conestoga in a prime position to tie this game up for the first time since it's been 0-0. Still going to be a lot of work to do after that, but I mean, all the momentum's with Conestoga. Saints seems like they've just kind of gone flat. They've lost that little bit of flair that they used to play with. But I like this round. Oppie didn't go for that very early peak. Gonna give that one up. I think if Oppie's alive for more than 5 seconds in these rounds, it gives the Saints a huge chance to win these rounds.
Yeah, and we're seeing now Maya trying to scout out for any kind of valuable information. Conestoga pulling the Saints and trying to stack up mid, but they're not doing so as fast as the Saints did in the previous attempt. Trying to see what more data they can gather with their search party here. The tripwire is up. Carosu around the corner. Hope either of these are ready. Finding the collateral kill. Kaz respawning immediately. Carosu getting insane value out of that shot. Oppie still alive. Shock to me. Gonna get the kill with the Bucky. And looks like Chris is in a great position to cause some more chaos as Conestoga comes around. Mina is going to take down
goodness.
Flanco. Oh, Maya, trigger discipline for the sentry, taking the headshot from behind. I would like to see the knife personally, but beggars can't be choosers. Even I didn't notice that one coming out. Chris from behind finding the headshot. That could have been disastrous. 1 bullet left. Gonna let it loose before getting the reload. 8 seconds. No plant's gonna happen. Saints now 10-8.
10-8 unless they all die in the next few seconds. What a beautiful round from the Saints. Another thrifty. That's the second one we've seen from them as they look to find these final kills. They're not gonna be able to find anything. MGD gonna get a couple more kills on that stat line. But a beautiful round from the Saints. Definitely Carosu needs a lot of credit there. That double kill collat instantly swung the round in their favor, and then even with the Sheriffs they were able to hold on. Now Saints 1 round away from being 1 round away. If they can win this round, it's gonna be a save round for Conestoga.
True.
And then match point. So definitely a very important round here. The Saints have a couple ultimates to do this one as well.
Yeah, and now with the gates going down, curious and eager to see what this round has in store. The radar dart. Radar gonna get something.
Sounds pretty cool.
Radar dart. Radar. Gonna get shot down immediately. Conestoga keeping their presence concealed as they come around the A site. Both sides open, ready to be pushed. Tripwire is up, but Abby in a great position to find a lot of value if they got the ready on the trigger finger, but Kaz finding the kill first. Maya trading it out, but Panko trading that one out as well. Satcheling in, site is ready to be infested, but the Saints still have 3 on the board, 3v4, but the Cypher ult coming out to reveal their positions, make this hold even easier, and they are going to find them. Saints positions fully revealed, and it's up to the Saints to get a little bit crafty with their approach here. Using util, force them back. Carosu coming forward with Oppie, taken down, however. Carosu getting approach from behind, finding the kill, however, almost getting the one that was necessary to keep the round going, keep the Saints momentum going, but Conestoga putting that to an end. We're in a close series now, 9-10. It's looking beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be a save round from the Saints again, and another thrifty is needed to keep their lead. But I mean, Conestoga been playing these attacking rounds so well. They just 5-stack. They 5-stack, they push 5-on-2, 5-on-1, 5-on-3, and there's nothing the Saints can do. That's exactly how you want to play this attack, and that's exactly what we saw from the Saints as well on attack until they kind of just stopped doing it and fell apart, as Conestoga has been on the most insane hot streak I've seen from a team against our Saints GC team, who have been so clinical in these crucial scenarios. But let's see if they have a little bit more in them here, as your ultimate is going to come through. Not going to be able to find anything. Carosu has a free kill on this Sage again. I mean, Mina is just gifting guns to Carosu, it feels like, on these save rounds, as now Saints have a 5-on-4 advantage, and they have a beautiful opportunity to win this round.
Yeah, especially with that gun coming through. Oppie with the lasers. Finding 2 now. Maya with the Kamehamehas. It's looking like Star Wars X DBZ here with all of these energy blasts. Cresselia and MGD finding 2. Spike is planted. Maya going for the defuse. This is not a fake, at least getting the first half. Gonna stick, or not stick the rest of it. Chris finding the kill. It's just MGD left. Not anymore, as Abby taking it out. Another 50 for the Saints. 9-11 as this game is looking to come to an explosive finish.
It is looking to come to an explosive finish here, and it's going to be an explosive scoreline. Might come down to the wire. Overtime definitely looking possible, but St. Clair have the full buy here, and Conestoga, we're in the exact same scenario we were 2 rounds ago, where the Saints need one round from being 1 round away, but they're actually 1 round from being 1 round away, because if they win this one, put themselves on match point, and Conestoga cannot afford a bye. That is a primo position, and looks like Oppie has had enough of these shenanigans. Are we going to see an early swing again from this Neon? There's a nice stun. The ultimate's huge, but Saints don't follow up because of the nice ultimate from Panko on this raise. And I think this rocket might get a bit more value than you think. Is going to get any damage? No.
A lot
stun
less
on Panko.
A lot less value than one may think, actually, on that rocket. But Oppie still alive in this round. That's Kaz. Good tidings for the Saints. Maya going to be the sacrificial lamb going down in Oppie's stead to keep the hope alive for the Saints as Conestoga start their rotational play, marching down over to A. Forgot that, you know, it's not English. A silent. Yeah, it's a weird language. We're going to be pushing over to A site now. Oppie sitting firmly, cross-angling with Kurosu over on B site, but the party is on a completely different site at this point, and the rotations are coming out now for the Saints. It's just going to be Abby sitting on this site as they find at least one.
Oh, the ultimate's huge.
Coming through, downloading any position, stay alive long enough to get the positions. What? Oh my god! Knife comes out, caught with the pants down, and that's going to be 2 kills on the site, but probably the deadliest members of the Saints finding 1-2 Kurosu, but not quite what was needed. Close enough, but not close enough at the same time. Conestoga taking the round, and again, we're back to Tradesville. Saints going rounds back and forth with Conestoga. St. Clair just need 2 more. Conestoga need 3. Oh man, I just realized it is very possible for things to go to an overtime.
Yeah, it's very, very possible. We're in the same scenario we were. The 3rd time is the charm. Will they win this thrifty one again? Or will Conestoga finally push through? I feel like the Saints, when they actually get real weapons, kind of forget what they're doing. And when they have these sheriffs, they just pop off. So maybe play next round, even if you win this one. Or lose this one, just buy the full sheriffs, bun the guns, buy some operators the next round, and maybe give yourself an advantage that way. But doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I mean, they've been trying. They've been so close to winning this map. But Conestoga, I mean, you have to give credit where credit's due. They're playing very well to keep things close. And yeah, as we said, we expect probably Conestoga to win this round. 3rd thrifty in a row. I mean, I don't think that should happen. But I mean, we definitely want the Saints to win. So I mean, we'll be down for that scenario.
Bun the guns, you say?
Bun the guns.
I see. I'm just going to let that simmer in my brain a little bit longer as we try to hypothesize how this next one can go. But like you mentioned, it is a quite volatile, the state of this game, seeing as the Saints, once again, 2 away from winning, Conestoga 3, and the economy is very unstable, almost like in real life. Saints are in a precarious position one way or the other, same with Conestoga, so this round matters a lot more than just getting closer to a victory. It is going to spell and set the tone for the following ones as the Saints getting on site, sheriffs in hand of Chris. Util coming through, MGD finding Oppie on the other side of the map. Panko getting in position to go for a play, but Chris finding at least one. Mina taking them down.
Oh!
Maya not able to finish the kill, finding
more.
at least
Oh,
one.
what a
2
shot.
now.
Good
One
shots.
took too many bullets. The next one was a 1-tap. Not very decisive there, but Kurosu with the ultimate. Something could go into effect here. Can you finish this one off? Going through the smoke.
Oh, gets the
Kurosu finds
kill.
MGD. Panko. Last member. Kurosu with the double tap
Another
headshot,
thrifty.
finishing it off. Another thrifty for the
What
Saints. 1 round
else?
away from taking the series, letting the teammate get the other half of the defuse. Looking around for guns as well, keeping themselves in this series. Hanging on by a thread. Saints 1 away from taking this one. Conestoga fighting to keep the dream alive.
I mean, this is complete insanity what I'm seeing on my screen. Every single time Conestoga get an advantage, they get back in the game. Feels like they finally were able to break the Saints. The Saints refuse to falter, and they put themselves on a match point. They have all the weapons they could ever want. Kurosu has that ultimate online, and now they are just a few kills here and there to getting into the knockout stage, the playoffs of the Canadian
Canadian Esports National
Championship. My fault about that one. But now we're going to see the round kickoff, and that's going to be a nice breach stun. Oppie yet again goes for the exact same swing, and it's the exact same result. Oppie going to be the first one to fall, just having a really rough second map here. But let's see if the rest of the Saints can pick it up from there. Chris finds one, finds a second. Kaz will get that resurrection. Maya not going to let that go on for 2. What a shot from Maya and Chris. They're single-handedly defending this side. It's going to be MGD stuck in the 1-on-4 here as the push comes through. Kurosu gets the game-winning kill. What a map 2 we saw there. But in the end, it's the Saints taking the series 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely incredibly done. A strong finish for a strong game all around. Saints taking the series, Kurosu leading strong, but MGD matching the kills. Very impressive all around from all players on both teams. And once again, I don't know, I was looking at the scoreboard and I saw it again, the Sage pick. Wow, just not surprised, or I'm surprising to see it, wasn't expecting it, but I really like the function that it had. And it's basically the only agent I've played in Valorant besides Viper, Sage, and Neon. Basically the same amount. So I'm always partial to seeing Sage. Happy that they picked it out and seeing what it's capable of. But that's going to be the series. Once again, you know, I can't say I'm necessarily surprised with the outcome, Saints winning 2-0, but I am surprised with how that second game went. Conestoga putting up a lot of fight.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Conestoga again, maybe in the grand finals of this tournament. Yeah. I mean, it is double elimination. They have one more life, and if they play like they played on that second map, I mean, Conestoga is definitely one of these scary teams pushing the Saints to the absolute brink, which nobody has really done. So definitely hats off to Conestoga. Great performance from them, and you know, a lot of positives that they can take from the second map.
For sure. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you can take some positives tomorrow as we have League of Legends on the main stream. Hopefully you'll be here to watch that go down as well. And thank you for joining us and watching this series go down. And thank you to our sponsors, of course, Alienware, Tim Hortons, Subway, the St. Clair College Alumni Association, and the St. Clair College SRC. Thank you, Theo. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ari, for observing as well. I think we had one more observer. I'm not sure who it was. Gabriel holding it down on the observing front as well. But anyone else you want to thank before we close out?
Thank you, Dan. We'll say thank
you
to Dan.
Yeah, always thanking Dan for making all of this possible as well.
And thank you to our players.
Absolutely. Thank you to our players. Anyone who we're not going to thank?
No, everyone.
We'll thank everybody?
Thank everybody.
Even bad people?
Well, hopefully there's
not thinking.
Hopefully there's no bad people in the stream.
I hope you're not a bad person, ladies and gentlemen. But if you are, hopefully tonight's stream touched your heart and made you a slightly less bad person. Be good to everybody you come across, and we hope you have a fantastic night. Thank you for watching.
Tune up the 808 baseline check. They stay complacent, me, I'm a threat. Big moves only how I connect. Living it large, no need to reflect. Came from the bottom, now I'm on deck. They get stuck while I progress. Can tell where it's going, I've seen this, I know all your steps. And we over that, tell me what's next.
Goes huge for the 4-piece. He's on a 7 streak right now. Make it 8.
Look at that misfortunals. Oh my goodness, the misfortune Falcons.
Je pense pas qu'elle refait des choses sur la barre et le tir de l'autre bout du terrain.
No one's able to stay alive for Waterloo as St. Clair throws down the ultimate.
Right is not even the 1, 2, 3.
Be or you look who they gon' choose. You know who they choose. One that I got.